Hello, my beautiful generators. Welcome to an episode all about you. If you are watching us on YouTube, I have pulled up my lucky husband's chart so I can help you identify what it means to be a generator before we dive into this episode. So, if you look at my husband's chart, you will see this little square towards the bottom, second from the bottom. And if you're familiar with the chakra system, this will feel familiar to you. This is the sacral center or the sacral chakra. He has this defined. If it's colored in and you do not have a motor connected to the throat, which is up here, that makes you a generator. This is that energizer bunny type of energy that generators have. Now, I wanted to use my husband's chart specifically to show you that although there are generators in the world who are very busybody, energetic beings, you can also have a lot of openness. So, my human design mentor actually coined the term demi reflector. It's not like a real channeled human design term. However, you can see all the openness in his chart. He only has two centers defined, his sacral and his spleen. So he does ebb and flow a lot. He's a very fluid human. You'll see his variables are mostly right facing, which means he tends to be more passive and fluid in the things that he needs. So this was his chart's a really great example of the common thinking that generator types are very structured and what's the word I'm looking for? Stuck in their own energy, almost like a stronger energy. Some people kind of put off that vibe around generator types. They can be extremely fluid, just like reflectors too. Any type is like take projectors. There's like a million different ways that a projector could look when you actually look at their chart. So this does not mean that if you're a generator, you have like so much definition. You just need that sacral center defined. So we're going to unpack that a little bit more in today's episode. Definitely recommend grabbing a pen and paper. Even if you're not a generator, if you're a manifesting generator, a lot of this is going to pertain to you. So definitely great for taking notes. Some general housekeeping. We are getting closer and closer to my official rebrand of the community. I'm really, really excited. And in just a couple weeks, we are officially launching the deconditioning journey that I have been working so hard on since December. I want to say it's been like 6 months that I've been working on this thing. Of course, getting sick made it a lot more difficult to get things done and record all of this, but I'm literally creating or have created an entire self-paced course that teaches you about your human design. You take the path that fits your design and then deconditioning out of the way that society has made you feel you have to be so you can become who you were designed to be. You're coming back home to yourself. We're using tools like tapping. So I am literally guiding you in emotional release from the body, releasing blocks, being able to move through the conditioning that's been held in your body, which I still have conditioning that I'm working through all the time, every day. We all have it. Nobody is spared from this conditioning in one way, shape, or form. So this entire pathway is going to be meant to literally rewire your neural pathways, your brain, in order to come back home to who you authentically are. And of course, that is what creates the magnetism. If you've been looking to manifest things in your life, call in things, co-create with spirits, universe, God, whoever higher power you believe in, this is where it starts. Cleansing, clearing out blocks, coming back home to self. And I am literally like chomping at the bit about getting this out to you, but it's not quite complete yet. So within a few weeks, it will be live in the community. If you are not a member of Human Design Society yet, I definitely recommend jumping in so you can take advantage of this when it goes live. The link to join will be in the show notes below. It's only $27 a month, literally less than a coffee a day, to decondition your nervous system, to literally rewire neural pathways and become the most magnetic version of yourself. Like, it's fucking epic, if I do say so myself. So head to the link in the show notes. Join us inside Human Design Society, which will be getting a new name soon, but I can't dish all that stuff just yet. And let's head into the generator episode. I'll see you soon. Welcome to the No BS Human Design Podcast. I'm Adriana Keefe, human design coach and motivational speaker. Hello, my generator friend. I am so excited to walk you through everything there is to know about being a generator. I live with two generators and I am a manifesting generator. So, a lot of this I understand from my own lived experience. However, there will be nuances to it that is not the same for a manifesting generator. So, first, what makes you a generator? You are a generator if you have a defined sacral center on your body graph with no motor connected to the throat. You are literally designed to be lit up by the work that you do. And I put work in quotes because work doesn't have to mean career. Work can mean you literally love being home with your kids and raising them. And you can't see it any other way. Like that is what you feel you were here to do. Your work could be tending to the gardens in your community, putting flowers by the highway. Work does not have to mean career and money. That being said, should you choose to monetize what it is that you are really, really lit up by to help build this new world, you will 1,000% be able to make money doing it too. You are designed to be a builder, a workforce energy, life force energy for the world. You create a lot of power, a lot of energy to master and do the work that your body tells you is right for you. Your energy literally calls in things to say yes or no to respond to, in order to put your thoughts into action. And your energy works in growths and plateaus. What does that mean? It means overall that when you feel really excited, like this fire in your belly about something, you could work from 6 a.m. to midnight, forget to pee, forget to eat. You are just so immersed in what it is that you are doing. That is the light up. That is what you need to be following, whatever your curiosity is sparking you, right? And you will have these moments, these trajectories of like up, 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 up. I'm feeling so much growth. I am amped up. So much is happening. And then there will come these moments of plateaus. And I am so glad that I knew that rather early on in my human design journey, because as a manifesting generator, my plateaus would sometimes make me feel like I was doing something wrong. Like, why can I not continue to just ride the excitement? That's just a period for you to rest, to integrate all that you've been learning, all that you've been working on, and just to keep going with the current pace as is. And don't worry, your energy will come back to light up and grow again. It's kind of like a period of like, all right, just hang out here, enjoy it for a little bit, and then you're going to go into that growth phase again. If you ever feel like you get stuck, one of the best things you can do, like creatively, energetically, is move your body to get your energy flowing. Any generator type, generators or manifesting generators, we have a lot of energy, especially if you have a defined root center, which is the one way at the bottom. You need to move your energy. You need to get it out, and then you can settle. Here's a little meditation hack for any of you generator types who are like, I can't meditate. Feels like my body's always buzzing with what I need to do next. My mind is always going. Go exercise first. This is I do it every Monday, at least every Monday, if not more, and it's literally the best meditations that I will get in for like the week. I go to a conditioning class, which is a high intensity, sometimes HIIT workout. I'm not saying you have to do that, but we are designed to really function well under high intensity workouts. Not always. I'm always going to put a caveat to that. I think it is important to have a well-rounded exercise routine. So fit in your yoga, right? All of that. But when you get your energy out into a form of movement and you just have that feeling of satisfaction of like, fuck yeah, that was a great workout, then go into your meditation after your energy settles. It is phenomenal. It makes a world of difference if you have a busy mind, like a world of difference. So, little fun fact, some famous generators, Oprah, Lady Gaga, the Dalai Lama. So, you're kind of a big deal. Okay. Just letting you know that. Now, let's talk about the aura. The aura is the energy field that extends outwardly around you. Again, this is another scientifically proven fact. This is not something that's just made up in the spiritual world. It is very open and enveloping. It's very inviting and attractive to other people. And this is what creates your strategy. So, as a generator, your strategy, which is the way that you're designed to interact with the world around you, think flow, not force, is called responding. Responding to something external of you, big or small, everyday things to respond to. Responding comes from the gut or the sacral. The sacral is in the area of the gut. That being said, you may not feel it the same way. Everyone's body's different. Your intuition feels different. Your body responses feel different. So lean into where it feels like it comes from for you and practice in little ways every single day. Have people ask you yes or no questions, feel into your body, and what was the gut response? The thing you almost wanted to word vomit, but maybe held it back. That is your response. Responding literally comes from the gut response or the sacral response. Everyone says in the world, trust your gut, right? That's not actually accurate for everyone. However, for you as a generator, it is. So responding, what it looks like is before you put a thought into action, because we have been taught to force to get our way, right? To go big or go home. You have to go out there, you have to knock on the doors, you have to make the calls. And while there is truth to being proactive, as a generator, you are not designed to just go out and initiate everything. When you have a thought, you then wait. You'll pay attention to signs, synchronicities. What is the environment telling you? What's your audience saying they want to hear from you? Maybe you feel like you have this thought of like, I'd really like to write a book. And then someone says, oh, you should totally write a book about this. And then you get an email that's like 20% off learning how to write a book, like whatever those emails would say. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities over and over again. My community came out of my students and my alumni constantly asking, do you have a space where we can continue to grow and learn with you if we are no longer in your one-to-one or group coaching, something I could do at my own pace? So eventually I was like, okay, well, clearly this is something that the universe is guiding me into. So that is what I officially started doing. But I didn't just go out of my way and do it. It was the universe and my environment giving me signs and clues. If you don't feel like you're seeing anything, you can ask for an external clue or sign. This is where it gets really fun to build your trust muscle with the universe, with higher energies, if you don't currently have one. Remember, I considered myself agnostic for most of my life until just like 4 or 5 years ago. When I started this human design journey, I realized, holy shit, there's something bigger than me out there. How does this make sense otherwise? And then I started leaning into my design, but realized I needed to be able to trust that the universe was going to catch me if I did this, right? If you start saying no to things that you feel like you're supposed to say yes to, well, how do you just trust? How do you just like throw your body into this experiment that is human design without knowing that there's something there supporting you? So have fun with this. Play with the universal energies. Play with God, Sky Daddy, whoever you want to believe is here supporting you, and ask for a clue or a sign. The first thing that pops into your head, let that be it. Start playing with the universal energies in the way of like, I'd really love to receive a free coffee. Don't put a timeline on it. Just wait and see. I'd love to find a quarter on the ground, right? Make it so simple, so believable that when it actually happens, it's like, holy shit, I did find that quarter in the ground and I asked for it an hour ago, or I asked for it last night, right? So play with the universe, trust, build that trust muscle with a higher energy, with a support underneath all of this, and trust and build the trust muscle with your sacral center energy telling you yes or no. Now, if you have emotional authority, then you will want to double check this with your emotions. You're going to wait it out, which is, if you haven't already, visited the emotional authority episode or the episode all about authority, then check that out. And if you have emotional authority overall, it's sleep on it, take your time, let your emotions clear before making any decisions. Okay, moving on to the generator not self theme and signature theme. The not self and signature themes are like your red flag and your, is there a white? Yeah, white flag, white flag to go. Keeps you on the road to your aligned self. Your signature theme, which is the theme that you feel you receive in your body when you have done something that is in total alignment for you, is satisfaction. Feeling satisfied with relationships, with your work, with a specific project, with your environment, when it was in alignment for you. It comes from the feeling of a job well done in big and small ways. Like how I said, I exercised in conditioning earlier this morning at a class, and it was hard. I definitely had to push myself through, which is literally why I go to classes. I don't just go to the gym, because there are people there supporting me and I can borrow their energy to push through. And at the feeling of that, my body felt such deep, deep satisfaction. So it can come from something like that. It can come from me completing my entire deconditioning journey that is rebirth, and looking at it and feeling every ounce of my energy was in total alignment with that project and feeling such deep satisfaction. So that is the signature that tells you you are in alignment, or whatever you did was in alignment. The not self theme, this is like your red flag. This is like the, hey, let's back up here, something's a little out of alignment, is frustration. And I've never met a generator who was not very familiar with the feeling of frustration. It is your indicator of misalignment and or disconnection from flow. We have all been there. I still experience it. I don't believe, unless you're like an extremely enlightened being, that you ever fully move through frustration and never feel it again. You can feel it in the smallest ways that help you recognize, oh, slow down here. I need a little vacation. I need to just step back from work for a little bit. I need to walk away from this relationship with my friend for a little bit, my kids, whatever it is. That feeling of frustration means that something's out of alignment. And it's just a little poke for you to slow down and question, did you respond correctly based on your authority? So if you're sacral authority, were you in alignment with the sacral's response? Or if you're an emotional authority, did you wait for that emotional clarity? Frustration can come from questioning the sacral's response. Like, I'm trying to think of an example right now. When you're just literally picking clothes to wear or food to eat, and someone says, do you want pizza tonight? And your body says, yes, that actually feels really good and nourishing for me tonight. A salad, actually, the idea of a salad actually feels like it's not nourishing at all. Maybe it's the middle of winter and you just don't, your body doesn't want cold food. But in your head, you're like, oh my God, I'm working on my body and I really should eat a salad, right? We've all been there. That comes from the patriarchy, right? That comes from conditioning. And you're going to be eating that salad with a hint of frustration on top, or whatever clothes that you want to wear. So it can be in the smallest things when you're questioning the sacral's response and you're coming from the brain and the thinking mind to make a decision. And of course, operating out of conditioning in general will absolutely cause frustration. And this is all to say, never to judge yourself. This isn't about shaming yourself or judging yourself for the decisions that you made, quote, inaccurately or out of alignment. This is an entire experiment. For me, I'm 35 years old. I spent 30-ish of them completely conditioned, right? That's not going to just all come out in 5 years. I work on conditioning that still pops up in me every single day. I make inaccurate decisions still, and this is all an experiment. So when you find yourself judging or shaming or feeling guilty, please take a moment to come back home and reframe those thoughts and thank the body for the connection. Thank yourself for the connection you are forming with the body, and that you're just building that trust muscle, like going to the gym over and over. Conditioning and shadow for generators. Again, I'm a manifesting generator, but that generator type really comes in hot here. We are energetic beings. And so we tend to say yes to doing things out of the energy of, well, I mean, I could do it. I have the energy. I could do the thing, right? Like I used to be that parent helping out with the PTA, and I didn't hate it. It was cool, but it wasn't something that truly lit me up. And I was saying yes because really no one else was stepping up. But when I chose over the past year to say no, and really listen to my energy, guess what? They did just fine without me. So work on having healthy boundaries, because the saying yes out of obligation and not having healthy boundaries is very common for generator types. Another is feeling guilty to want to work when you have kids, because a lot of generators actually thrive with work outside of the home or outside of being a parent. And that is literally what you're designed to do. Now, like I mentioned earlier, if you thrive being home with the kids and that's satisfying work to you, there you go. That is it. And if not, that is fine too. But it's a conditioned society we live in. We're supposed to put our kids first. We're supposed to put our dreams on hold, blah, 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 right? Quitting things without response is another conditioned shadow. What I mean by that is, here's an example of starting to think that you're bored of your job. Maybe you want a new job. And then you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna quit, or I'm just gonna like go find a new job, right? It's that initiating something without response. So it doesn't necessarily mean this has to be about work, but in the work example, in your career example, if you're starting to recognize that your work in that career is no longer lighting you up, before going out and making all these changes, just wait. Wait for something to respond to. Maybe a recruiter reaches out. Maybe all of a sudden in your career, in your work, in your employer, they're having layoffs. Don't force something until there's something to respond to. And the same can go for projects that you're working on. Whatever it is, quitting something without it being in response to something else. Another shadow, feeling disconnected from play and the things that really light you up. That's a big indicator of something like functional burnout. Common, been there. Functional burnout is another condition or shadow aspect for generators. Again, the not having boundaries with time and with our energy, we can still burn out. And for me, that showed up as not enjoying showing up for work anymore, which I knew something was wrong because I love what I do. Not seeing friends as much anymore, just not having the energy for playfulness and anything that made me excited. Things not really making me excited anymore. Those are very great indicators that something's out of alignment. And then lastly, I would say not learning how to delegate. Again, we have a lot of energy. We want to do all the things, especially for a generator. You love to complete things that you start. However, seasons of life. I'm a mom of 3. Maybe you're also a mom. Maybe you're not. Maybe you have a lot going on with a family member right now and you're taking care of them, or your dog, or whatever it is. There are so many things that can impact how much energy we have to give. Learn how to delegate. Practice giving things to other people so that, one, you can learn how to trust other people with things and you can actually build the business or do the thing that you actually love to do. And 2, so you can reserve your energy for the things that your body is dying to work on, because that's what you're designed to do. And trust me, there are people out there who love the things that you don't love, like accounting and bookkeeping. Blech, I hate it. Right now I have to do it until I can hire someone who can do it all the time. But you bet your ass when I can hire someone to do it, I'm giving that to someone, because there are people out there who literally love that kind of numbers thing. Not for me. All right. The last little bit that I will add about generators is for sleep. going to bed exhausted with all of your energy used up is the way to sleep. Whenever I have two generator type kids, one's a manifesting generator and one's a generator. And I know if they are not fully exhausted energetically during the day, they will not fall asleep at night. It is rough. It is brutal. We literally had to set up this whole exhaust their energy thing with our nanny on days that they're with the nanny, and like swim in the pool, go to the park, do all the things. And the same goes for you. I struggled with falling asleep at night for so many years because of my racing mind before I knew about this human design thing, before I knew anything about energetics. And now I know that if I'm depleting everything I've got, exercising during the day, exercise will help you sleep better, whatever form of exercise feels good. I'm using my energy for things that really excite me. I'm playing with my kids. I'm eating a healthy, nutritious dinner, which all takes energy, right? It's easy to go to McDonald's and pick up a Happy Meal. We've all been there. And it fucks with sleep. Not only does the bad food fuck with sleep, but you put no energy into making it or doing anything. Therefore, you still have more energy in your body that could be used, but if you choose to use all your energy, I'm not saying it has to be in cooking. It can be in other things. Just giving a food example. If you use all of your energy during the day and you go to bed, your head hits the pillow exhausted. Oh, it is so satisfying. It is your signature of satisfaction. So overall, in the grand scheme of human design types, manifestors start things. They're creative. Not to say that we aren't creative, but they're creating new things all the time that generator types are here to take and run with. Now, that can mean metaphorically, that can mean actually, like maybe you work for a manifestor or alongside a manifestor and they literally give you things to bring to completion. Generator types are really great at building, mastering something, whatever that is, whatever the project is or the work is, and bringing it to completion. My husband is a generator, and while I'm hopping from one thing to another, I'm a really efficient multitasker. If I ever had to peel him away from a project, say, when the kids were newborns and I really needed help or whatever it was, I used to get so frustrated, hint frustrated, that he wouldn't just put down what he was doing and come and help me. And now I've learned his generator brain really needs to feel like it's completed the project, whatever the project is, before he can move on to something else. Obviously, we had to find ways to work with that when we had young kids, but it gave me a lot of grace to give to him to understand he's just not designed the same way. And some of my generator friends in human design are really gifted at certain aspects within human design. Like I have one friend who's exceptional at the variables. I send any questions about variables to her because that's just not my forte, because she has mastered variables. And this is exactly what generators are here to do. Learn something and truly master it and put what feels like at times all of their energy into it. It's a beautiful gift of yours. And when you are feeling really excited and it's in true alignment, remember, these are all breadcrumbs leading you to your ultimate dreams, your ultimate manifestations, your ultimate desires, whatever you want to call it. So trust every little sacral fire in your body telling you, ooh, this is something that's really intriguing me. I want to do this, is a breadcrumb to lead you to the next thing. Curiosity is one of my biggest values within my company and within my work. Follow what's creating curiosity. Listen to the body. Allow yourself to be excited about the things that you are body excited for, and find people who are going to let that excitement just like pour out of you, and they're going to reflect that back to you and they're going to make you feel so good and lit up by it. Find those people to surround you with, and it is just magical. Magical. So, check below in the notes for some journal prompts to help you really unpack the aspects of what being a generator is for you, like what resonates with me about my energy and what am I resisting about my energy. And that will start to tell you a lot of what you need to know moving forward. All right, guys, I love you so much. I will see you next week. Take care.